This is the decision in Group A, FoCuS versus Moon. We will see matches on Northern Isles and Concealed Hill. FoCuS aiming for the group stage win. Moon aiming for, with the 2-0, also the group stage win. Needs one map to advance into the round of 8 as second place. But if FoCuS wins this 2-0, we get a little bit of a tiebreaker versus Fortitude for Moon. Lots on the line for these two. Both fathers since 2 days at least, FoCuS. Hope he got some sleep, as we said yesterday and the day before already. He's up against Moon, and man, these are fiery matches. One of my all-time favorite map is Moon versus FoCuS Extreme Masters Chengdu 2009, 12 years ago. A wild map on Turtle Rock with double Tinker level 6. You don't see that too often, do you? But I think the chances for that to repeat are pretty liminal. Liminal? Limited. Minimal.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too likely. We might get to some ultimates, like maybe Tranquility, maybe Bladestorm, but Tinker not really part of this meta at the moment. Unless we see some talent play, which sometimes is done, but by Colorful especially, for example. But I haven't seen Moon play talents in a long time in this matchup. He really likes the Keeper, Hunts, Expansion. That's what we're going to be getting here as well.
You know what's wild, Remo?
What is?
This is the first time these guys face each other on this patch. Last match of theirs was in March. Patch was applied in April.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
We did have some changes since then. The Serpent Ward experience change did certainly have quite the impact. Nowadays, not so easy for the Orc to spam them anymore, but level 3 Shadow Hunter should still be a crucial timing. Level up timings here are gonna be insanely impactful, insanely important on both sides. Keeper 3, Shadow Hunter 3, that is what this matchup is going to revolve around a lot here.
Absolutely. And Moon, it doesn't look too bad for him. On this patch, he's 8-1 versus Orc. That's incredible. FoCuS on the other side, 12-13. Competition, of course, fierce, especially in Asia, with Moon so strong, Colorful so strong, and usually Lawlight so strong. Past match went to Moon as well with a 3-1 in the March Pro qualifier. But yeah, FoCuS, also one of the players who flies under the radar, one of the 2 players left in the tournament who has yet to drop a map. The other one is, of course, Colorful. So this is not as easy as it seems for Moon.
One Wisp goes down, but in the middle, the Grunt is getting caught by the first Entangle. It was quite surprising to see Entangle level 1, because with that it's hard to creep, but now this Grunt should be going down. It's going to cost him quite a bit of mana. It's going to be 3 Entangles in total. But that first Grunt going down is really painful, and FoCuS has to make sure he gets this deny.
Yeah, this reminds me a little... Who doesn't get it? That's a wonderful level 2 for Moon. Reminds me a little on the heartbreaking series of Lin Guagua yesterday, who was feeding his grunts away as well. Not the best material to study, I guess. But yeah, good start. Great start for the legend himself.
Oh, that's so painful. That's a bit sloppy by FoCuS not getting that last hit there. The Blade Master has better attack animation and more damage than the Keeper. You should be able to get that last hit, but here he messed it up a bit. Of course, the Claws did certainly help out quite a bit in taking out that Grunt. Wonderful first item found here for Moon, as FoCuS now going to go for the Telestaff. He's scouting with the Peon. He's looking for the Expo timing, but we don't have it yet, and Moon wakes up the creeps.
Maybe wants to make it... could the Blade Master steal the Magi with Windwalk and a Circlet? Maybe wants to prevent that somehow, but I don't think so. I don't know, a little bit of a weird move.
FoCuS hoping for those sentries or Wands of Illusion. You want to have something to scout with. Oh, and he gets the Lightning Shield. Man, this is a really painful game for FoCuS so far. He loses the Grunt and gets 2 bad item drops in a row. Going for both those consumables, the Keeper level 2, and he got the Mantle, of course. Oh, baby. FoCuS's item luck feature has not turned on this game.
Well, RNGesus wants to see Moon in the round of 8, and who can blame him?
Yeah,
or her.
A lot of fans out there will want to see Moon there as well. Of course, he is a genius. He is an innovator. He is the legend. Blade Master at least is finally going to get level 2 now over at the green. Good peon scout, gotta say. FoCuS always sees what's going on, sees now the timing, but doesn't... Well, can't do anything about this. I was about to say, but he's staffing onto the peon. Still invis, but the big item was already picked up by Moon. He got the Pendant of Energy. Okay, it's starting to get a bit sketchy here, Moon, I gotta say.
Well, maybe he was talking to Happy and got the up, down, left, right item drop combo running. This deny does work. He's preventing this expansion from being crept further. But yeah, not too much accomplished here.
Moon is taking his time, not rushing this camp too quickly, doesn't want to take too much damage here. The Keeper now returns, has more Treants to summon. And some last hits here stolen would be great for the Blade Master. If you can prevent that Keeper level 3 for a bit longer. Misses that one though, almost had it. That's more valuable XP going to the Keeper, who is now about to hit level 3, but I think the last creep here isn't quite enough.
Okay, we have a Shadow Hunter out. We get more creeping with Serpent Wards, the regular build. No so in style with the Hex first and the early aggression. He's not in a position at all to go for it. Moon though, he wants to distract. He wants to buy some time. Gets the Alchemist that knows exactly where his opponent is, trying to cause some damage. Oh, nope. Decides otherwise.
Oh, heal self cancel. That's a bit annoying. Blade Master doesn't have new heal selves anymore. Now going into Windwalk. We have the Sentinel, so the Blade Master will be revealed. And with Acid Bomb, Moon can creep this pretty quickly. Oh, the Lightning Shield applied by FoCuS there. That was kind of cute, but actually got dispelled by the creeps themselves. And FoCuS shows up with the rest of the army. Shadow Hunter level 2 already. And the middle doesn't go as easily to the Night Elf as I guess we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I like that. That he competes for this, or at least distracts and buys time. He needs to level, and this is like 10, 15, 20 seconds where an Alchemist is on a lower level. And of course you have to be aware the Blade Master here is always an issue. Shadow Hunter continues to creep. Scroll of the Beast can be decent, little too late for the steal item on the ground though.
Oh!
The Magpie is stealing this item away. It's a nice one.
First mistake by Moon this game, leaving that item on the ground for a good 2 or 3 seconds or so. He was probably busy macroing somewhere else. And that Hellstone is going to be very, very much appreciated. While FoCuS now setting up the counter expansion and is going to get level 3 Shadow. You know, the early game with that grunt loss certainly was painful, but it seems like FoCuS is recovering nicely here.
Yeah, I gotta say about Group A, nobody is really dominant, nobody is without flaws. FoCuS was certainly the closest to that. Absolutely dismantled Alice, but yeah, the grunt early on was probably his first flaw in this tournament run, and now he even gets a middle spot. He got both items in the middle against the Keeper Alchemist build. That never happens.
Yeah, this is absolutely not supposed to happen, but sometimes it does. And now the Shadow Hunter's level 3. He's really strong. And he's gonna get the first heal scroll of the game. The only heal scroll for quite some time. And Moon has lost a bit of the grasp here on this game. He's moving north though, around the left-hand side alley. Oh, does he still have the timing? Could he still get the cancel here perhaps? That would be huge.
Yeah, that would be quite sick. It's only halfway done. There's a burrow up, but that's about it. You can't portal to it. You could staff. Nice detonate on all 3 shaman. Okay, game of chicken. I think Moon just cancels the expo and then portals back to fence this.
And suddenly, just like that, it can swing around. With that expo cancelled, FoCuS gonna be in a much tougher time economically speaking. But if FoCuS can take out the Tree of Life right now, that might also be a way back into the game. And Moon is just giving it up. He's just giving up the Tree of Life, going for his own counterattack into the enemy main.
Baby, give it up, give it up. Baby, give it up. Nah, 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 nah. I don't understand that move at all. That should be a solid defense here. But okay, damage is relatively good. FoCuS also stuck on 41. Catches the reinforcements in the middle. Wait a minute, he didn't portal with everything.
Yeah, they were still new production, so they came in from the main. 2 or 3 archers gonna get caught here. Some burrows going down. Hard to tell who this is better for. If Moon is expanding in the meantime, it should be better for him. But I don't think he's doing it. I don't think he has a new Tree of Life coming up.
Oh, maybe?
And the Alchemist in the back should be going down here, yeah.
What?
Level 2 hero falls, and now Reinforced Defenses is finished, and these burrows are safe.
It's a weird game, Remo. This Keeper all of a sudden doesn't look too hot either. Almost a saving heal cell, a heal wave. It's a 10 supply lead, obviously, but you rely so much on your second base as a Night Elf because you need that mass. You always need to be ahead. And I'm pretty sure FoCuS can catch up, especially with the Alchemist down. That's a big kill.
Yeah, should have perhaps given the TP over to the Alchemist to save him. Then he could have been able to creep now and finally get that crucial level 3. But that's not the case here. And FoCuS's heroes looking quite strong. Blade about to get level 3 here in a moment himself. He's expecting the expansion to have been rebuilt by now. But that's not the case. Moon is creeping over here, gonna get level 4 Keeper. And the Scroll of the Beast can be a very good item.
Indeed. At least gets a couple of dispels out, I guess, but really hard to do with single target dispel only. But yeah, FoCuS checking this, like, hey, where's your Tree of Life? You're supposed to counter expand again. Or to expand again.
Yeah, he's not doing it. Instead, he's going tier 3. One base tier 3, trying to go for marksmanship, and probably a Bottom 3rd, and of course, Orb of Venom. One more Moonwell gonna go down.
That's big as well. He can't break 50.
Yeah, and Moon very hesitant here to go in.
I have big question marks around my head, Remo. This is FoCuS now in a very good position. Supply isn't there yet. Lacks like a little bit of XP, I think. But the inventory is good. The army composition is good. The tech state is good. The odds for this expansion to go up are pretty good.
Moon will become a lot stronger soon, though. With the orb, with the upgrades, with the bottom, and the gold is still looking good, so he can still afford a lot of these upgrades as well. It's going to be scouting, the expo timing here in a moment. 100 is going to fall with a couple of purges. That's an easy kill. The Serpent Wards, of course, still great damage.
Lightning shield next to the invisible hunt. That's further towards level 4, which would give him illusions. But okay, another push by Moon. The odds of this expansion to come up drastically go down. And this time Moon is townfalling out in time.
Ooh, nice Shadow Melt plus Heal Spray even keeps that Archer alive and buys himself a lot of time with that snipe. Of course, it cost him the TP, and I guess you could say also a Huntress. That was worth it. Bottom now started, and soon also Orb of Venom and Marksmanship.
Okay, but Moon is not getting much stronger. This is probably peak, except orbs, but he's getting there.
He's gonna have a lot of damage here, and if he can win a fight, creep some more, and expand, and then get to 70. 70 supply tier 3 archers are really powerful. Oh, Alchemist getting caught though. He's way too far forward here. Wisp coming in for the detonate, dispelling against the speed scroll. But the Alchemist might be getting away. There's a staff, right? Yes, there is, and it's gonna be needed to save the Alchemist. He gets out of there. And the Orc army here, certainly a little bit bruised already.
Yeah, the Acid Bomb is a really good weapon, even though it's only level 1. That's why an Alchemist level 4 is always appreciated, but that will take some time. Bottom joins the fray as well as a great damage amplifier, also a great orb carry. We're approaching the red spots, but that means this expo will again be shut down.
We're also able to get the heal scroll from the shop, which is going to be very helpful indeed. Good creeping here. By FoCuS is taking reduced damage from this camp with that pull. And going to get a big item. Also valuable experience. Blade Blaster 4 is going to be good. Probably going to go into Mirror Image. And this could be a Khadgar's Pie. This could be a Claws plus 12. This could be the Helm of Valor.
Yeah.
Lots of great items here.
But also his base in shambles. He has no TP, he has no speed scroll.
Gonna have to walk the long way home. Cancel the staff. That was just a fake TP. He has reinforced defenses, but is that enough? And dude, this is looking super confident by Moon. He doesn't have a TP either, remember?
Ooh. Okay. How much is going down here? FoCuS is supply block. Blade Master is in. Going for Windwalk 2, by the way. Bringing in the Wisp for the detonate. Incredibly important. Takes out a production building. So at the moment, only Shaman. Splits the Grunts, actually. Trying to keep the Shaman ready. Focus fire on the Blade Master. He has the health stone. Now the Shaman all clumped up. Getting a wonderful detonate connection. Now the Scroll of the Beast on the already so powerful archers. And it keeps them healed up. With heal spray, Blade Master on the other side had to consume the health stone. Oh boy. Supply is even. FoCuS has 1,000 gold.
Lost the production, of course, earlier. Now also the Keeper in trouble. Purge could be dangerous for him, but there was no Purge. Keeper makes it away. Some archers going down, but it seems like more Grunts are falling. Oh, the heal spray here. Wonderful. Long range to help out the archers, perhaps even the Keeper here soon. Alchemist has a bit of mana still left. Supply-wise, a slight lead for Moon, but not by that much. Illusions now also in the mix. That is not Mirror Image, it's just the item. Shadowhunter out of mana, though. That's the big problem. No more heal wave now.
He never rebuilt the shop, did he? Imagine this with potions now. Heal potion on the blade, mana potions on the Shadowhunter. He has 1,000 gold. He can buy whatever he wants to. Okay, Beast Tree is up, but this will result in units in a bad position. FoCuS is focusing, no pun intended, on the production buildings. But wouldn't a shop be? There's the shop. A little late if you ask me, but lumber is an issue for sure.
The only production building that's still standing is the Lodge, and he can try to go for more Shaman, but he's got basically too many Shaman already. He's got like 8 or 9 Shaman. Normally 5, 6, that's what you want. That's enough normally. And of course these Shaman will die easily to these archers. So much damage from those archers. Moon keeps the pressure on. He's pushing forward. He's not expanding behind this. No. This is just a full-blown attack.
Oh, man. Fortitude is sitting somewhere in China, just praying to the gods and probably... oh, my... Yeah, there's no chance. There's absolutely no chance at this point, is there? There's just no front line. There's no meat. There's also damage lacking. No saving anything on this Shadowhunter. And with that... we have a new playoff participant, and that is Moon, if no miracle happens here.
Fifth Raise does it again, satisfying his fans, of which there are, of course, many out there. FoCuS is not giving it up yet, but this does not really seem recoverable. That engagement there for FoCuS really wasn't the greatest. Shaman was separated from the Grunts. He wasn't able to apply the Lightning Shield, and also Windwalk 2. Seems like such a wrong choice here. Mirror Image could have been much better. Still struggling with the healing. Shadowhunter still low mana. He used the heal scroll there just a moment ago. Blade Master, again, taking a good bit of damage. He is revealed with that owl. Not to forget, so the Blade Master is still in problems and might be going down. Will be going down. GG is called. 1-0 for Moon. And yes, the move into the playoffs.
That is the third time in a row where Moon is advancing into the round of 8. With that, Fortitude has been eliminated, and we have another situation where this next match, similar to Chemico and Lawlion, next match is for winning Group A.
Absolutely, so this one is still going to be relevant. Still going to be an important match here for both these guys. Chemico is in first place, Colorful is in first place. I imagine you would like to dodge them, but at the same time, Lin is also in second place. So it's not like first place is going to guarantee you an easy round. Lin is going to be a huge threat there, also moving into the playoffs. Foggy, of course, is also first place guaranteed, and 15 Sway or 1-0 will be second place out of Group D. That's going to be determined later on.
I don't know, man. The winners of Group B, C, and D seem a lot stronger than A, if you ask me.
You could say that, yeah. I guess you could say that. What a crazy game this was, by the way. It was an expansion, normal one, and Moon just gives up the base, not willing to defend, gets the cancel across the map, and then sees the opening to harass or to attack the Orc main base. He has to TP out. He's going tier 3 instead. Never expanding himself again, just prioritizing canceling the enemy expo.
Yeah. Also tearing a lot of buildings apart.
This is his game genius, right? Like, who else would know so exactly what he has to do and pull it off with such confidence as well, and with such with no hesitation at all.
Yeah, true. He killed so many burrows to drain resources of a FoCuS, especially lumber was constantly low. Killed the production buildings, and at some point, despite there not being an expansion for Moon, for the Night Elf, he got that supply lead that you need in this matchup. The heroes were powerful, the items, of course, exceptional as well. And FoCuS couldn't catch up, but yeah, the early game went a little sideways already with the grunt loss. Then he got some good moves in cancelling the expansion, but that was rather Moon allowing it than FoCuS having a strike of genius there in this moment. Yeah, Moon definitely dictated the game. Everything that happened on this map was due to decisions Moon made.
Yeah, he has looked really strong in this matchup for a long time. Not unbeaten, he was defeated a couple of times by some top orcs, FoCuS being among them. But here on map 1, it was not to be. Map number 2, Concealed Hill, might be a different story. Although I wouldn't say it's really easier of an orc map, especially as far as the early game goes. The keeper there can have it quite a bit easier.
I gotta say, if you compare also Moon's performance to Winter, where he had that clean sheet after the group stage and he was just dominating everyone, not the case. Not the case. Not untouchable as so often before. There are flaws in his games, I feel. Oh, wonder why that is. Not tip-top shape here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Everyone has bled a little bit here and there. Even Lin, even Moon, even FoCuS. 1-0 Foggy Lawlight certainly. Colorful so far has looked the cleanest, although you could argue that his group stage was easier than many of the others. He's going to be truly tested in the round of 8. It's going to be a sick match as well, by the way. Soin versus Sok later. Sok needing the win, Soin only needing the draw. That's going to be pretty cool.
Two big friends going at each other's throat. And of course, the last match of the day will be another decision match between 15 Sway, 19 years old, first WGL appearance, one map away from the round of 8, and 1-0, one map away from an absolute disaster. Another group stage elimination. We see the map. It's Concealed Hill. It is FoCuS's pick, and he still needs one map for the group stage win. So the ball is in his court.
Picking Concealed Hill shows quite a bit of confidence. Concealed can be tough to play early game because the keeper can absolutely slip away from you and get that level 3 fast, and then you're going to be in hot water. But FoCuS feels he knows exactly what he has to do. He's got the flow chart ready, and he's going to be able to deal with his keeper, keep up with him, and not lose the early game and not let this game slip away too easily. The first map, of course, started with the grunt dying at the very beginning, which is never what you want.
Yep.
FoCuS going to try to change that here for map 2.
Yeah, certainly an easy fix, I would think. Of course, goes into the cost of presence on the map. But the Blade Master can deal with this well, I think. Yeah, as I said yesterday, like, this shouldn't happen at all. You want to keep the grunts safe and rather use them in the late game stage, or the mid game stage, rather than to donate them away early. Like, there's not the biggest upside on sending them out on the map, and it's such a big risk to use them.
I'm gonna have a Peon Scout again, just like we did before on Northern Isles, and that's basically what led to Entangle first. Moon really wanted to take out that Peon Scout, which with Entangle you of course easily do, and he might be doing the same thing here again once more. If it's Entangle first again, I would love for FoCuS to be really aggressive here and to prevent the keeper from leveling up even to level 2. Could be tough, although the green camp outside the main, I guess you could do that also without treants. We'll see what FoCuS's game plan is. There's a good creep that you can go for early. If you use the Windwalk trick, you can go for the Merchant creep and prevent the creep there from casting Inner Fire, which is a nice little bonus the Blade Master can do on this map.
Okay then. Starts off with the creep. Keeper already a little further ahead as so often. Man, I look back to this game that they played on Anaheim on this map, which was absolute bonkers in the grand final, which was base race for, I don't know, 30 minutes or something. I hope they can recreate the magic here a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was super close. FoCuS just missed one big opportunity to punish the army there, being out on the map, being towards his lab. If he had gotten that catch, maybe he could have won that map. But of course, it was a long series. Moon still seemed pretty much unbeatable in a best of 5 against ORC back then. And Moon going with the uncommon for him, Peon Harass. With the claws of attack, again, he has really good single target. And again, the deny is missed, just like before, and that once more is going to be level 2 for the Keeper.
Yeah, maybe this is a little bit of sleep deprivation now after the 2 days, 3 days. That the timings are not 100% perfect. Another peon. Another kill. Ooh, FoCuS.
If he gets a third one, and he will, this is going to be a big problem lumber-wise.
Yep. He's at 92. He can't rebuild these peons at the moment since he's teching. Yo, that's real bad.
FoCuS was creeping far out on the map, but that of course exposes his peons in the main. Moon, smartly realizing this, punishes it right away. So, Grunts and Shaman don't cost much lumber. For that, he should still have enough, but if you want to go for War Mill upgrades, and also for an expansion, it's going to be a much different story. Oh my god, the Grunt gets caught.
That's a disaster.
Can we save him? Speed scroll.
Oh, Keeper not willing to go for the claws. Okay. And put some damage on the Keeper. Oh, the frog block, man. Nothing goes right in this game for FoCuS.
At least, you know, mentally recovering here, saving the Grunt. But that's an expensive save. That costs a speed scroll, and it's going to cost 2 heal salves to heal that bad boy up again.
And time. Time where you can't use it as well. Okay, tech is almost done. Then you can get the lumber in order. Trying to creep up a little bit. Just mostly stealing it away, I think, from the Keeper. But the Keeper, he's bloodthirsty. He wants to get rid of the buildings and the remains of the creeps that are still here.
Going to take that away from the Shadow Hunter. FoCuS is remaking some peons, at least one. Not that expensive, just make one peon. He wants to have more lumber here later on. But at least level 3 is still somewhat far away, so that's the silver lining here for FoCuS. Not getting punished by this entangle here too much. Expansion is coming. Oh, and the Blade Master, I think he's going to have the timing. Timing for the scout, and to be able to get the cancel there.
Ooh, that would be sweet. He's checking option A, and then it's option B, and he finds it there. Yeah, I think with the circle and gloves, that's an easy cancel. And a little delay. So the first big thing for FoCuS in this game.
Yeah, okay. FoCuS seemingly starting to recover. Being very careful here now with his grunts. He knows the Keeper is shocking around somewhere. Treant Scout coming in as well. We have the Shadow Hunter, and should be an Alchemist joining in just a moment.
Yeah, the norm for years now in this matchup. Really not much space to move away from that. Like, I think we saw a Panda instead of an Alchemist at one point, but that was obscure.
Alchemist here, going to give the solo experience to the Keeper. Wants to allow level 3 for his first hero, and that should be acquired in a moment. Mana still looking pretty good on that Keeper. Gonna hit that level 3, and the Shadow Hunter. The fact that the remainder of the yellow camp was taken away means the Shadow isn't going to get a fast level 2. So he's not going to have Heatwave for quite some time.
Boom, Acid Bomb hits quite well. FoCuS in the main now. Missing in this defense. He has a Tele Staff, but it's already one grunt down again.
Oh, he's blocked in there. The War Mill, he can't retreat behind the burrows. One grunt and one shaman going down, and the Blade Master is not helping out.
Nope.
He's busy on a journey across the map.
This is
Another one goes down.
Yeah, this is 12 supply already. FoCuS doesn't even have a big force to creep now. Like, how do you want to get that Shadow Hunter up to 3? Moon is just keeping him hostage in his own base.
As we've seen so many times in this matchup, if you slip up in the early game a little bit, if you give the Nile an advantage, it can really spiral out of control fast. If you play a perfect early game as Orc, you can also get ahead yourself or at least keep the game even. But it's very hard to do everything properly, exactly the way you're supposed to. Here, FoCuS, he failed a little bit in some of his moves here and now finds himself far behind. He sees the expansion again, but this time he's not gonna get the cancel.
Nope, a little too late for that. As with so many things on this map, Moon always one step ahead. He's willing. Okay. No, not anymore. As the keeper is coming in and Tangle would be salvaging this. Yeah, FoCuS, you need some kind of a power level hack here.
Well, one is sort of built into the Shadow Hunter. Once he gets level 3, he becomes very, very strong. He's gonna get level 2 now from this camp. But Moon also very smartly, he crept away the merchant already, so how is the Shadow Hunter actually gonna continue to creep now for level 3? He could go over to the lab. That's also pretty far away.
Remo, you're raising good questions here. Good questions that I'm not really able to answer at this point. Blade Master stabs out. Okay. Next engine of war, mass production coming in. Tree of Life a little bit in jeopardy here, but nothing of FoCuS is in range. Okay, going for the fountain. At least to get some healing there and one of the best items, but Moon, this could either be time for a creep check! Shaman down! Well,
that's another one.
Yeah, if you compare orcs, I mean, this was just a unit, right? Not losing a hero to creeps like Linguagua did. So it's not on the bottom of the barrel in that regard.
True, it could be worse, Neo.
It could always be worse, man.
It could always be worse, right? It could always be worse. So, let's think positive here. What's the item for him? Ruined Bracers? Well, that's not very positive. But it's gonna be level 3 Shadow Hunter at least. And the blade is also very close to 3. So is the Alchemist, however. Gets his level 3 here. Got a big healing potion, which is really good for him. And Moon now gonna move across the map with his entire army, looking for a bit of a scuffle.
Oh man, this is so rough, man. FoCuS a little bit of a masochist here, losing probably another grunt as Moon is perfectly blocking this with the Keeper of the Grove. And where's the damage coming from? Like Serpent Wards, okay. But all the kills go towards Moon.
Super clean control here by Moon. The target fire and the move back of the herd units. He lost 1 Huntress only in this exchange. Saved 2 archers with low HP, and he's already getting rich. Mining off of 2 bases, can go now into upgrades, can go for some heal scrolls, and he sees perfectly the expansion timing with that wonderful sentry ward up there.
You know
Moon
what?
Juice is very low now, but that's, I guess, still alright.
I just noticed something. I think the Night Elves found a cure to that 4 Wisp in the Gold Mine disease they had for months. I haven't seen that this tournament. Don't want to jinx anything, but I guess they learned that lesson and spread that disease towards 120 yesterday, who had 4.
I was about to say, didn't 120 have this?
Yeah, he caught that in main and expansion.
Why not both? Yeah.
It was fun though that chat was, or we were all thinking about, like, this is Echo Isle. Is he doing that on purpose to have more gold later on? Is that like a super genius move? No, not at all.
This one right here might be a pretty genius move by Moon if he can kill the Expo, but it's a lot of repair, and I think it's going to be enough time for the Orc army to arrive. Okay, FoCuS has, of course, to hold this expansion, and should be able to. Moon thinking about perhaps engaging into this fight, but his mana is very low, especially on the Alchemist.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a fight that Moon can take too easily here.
I mean, he doesn't have to risk anything, right? And he knows exactly that. TP's out after damage is done, so yeah, the Expo is up, but mining is delayed again, so Moon has the opportunity to go further and further ahead with the 500 gold bank he had. He's playing this pretty conservatively as well. He's not rushing up to 60, he's just banking, spending gold on items as much as he can, and now even queuing tier 3 as he so often does.
Tier 3 on 50 supply, which you could almost call a bit greedy. If FoCuS gets double heal scroll and attacks with like 60, 65 supply, that could be very hard for Moon to deal with. Archers, I think, he left in the main. Oh, Ultra Vision advantage! He's waiting to creep jack against the red camp. Super cool. But FoCuS played it safe. He pulled out the Ogre Lord. He didn't expose himself here too much. Got the big item, which was
Claws?
Claws plus 12, I believe.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Trifecta, the big trifecta here. A little bit of reveal also. So FoCuS not giving this up yet, aiming for this keeper with only a staff. But no hex available, so Moon knew exactly how far he can take it. But, FoCuS fire switch to the Shadow Hunter, taking heaps of damage. Invo Potion, last second, a safety. Both heroes of Moon kinda lowish here, and the Alchemist is surrounded, saving himself into yet another Invo Potion.
Archers from the south coming in again, making this a very awkward position. All the Shaman are taken out. We have 2 more Entangles. This is pretty dangerous. The Shadow Hunter trying to save himself with the Fountain. That might not be good enough. He's got a Telestaff though. Oh, nicely done. Using it right away with the Entangle.
Yeah, Moon could have waited for the Telestaff. With the Entangle. He used that a little premature. Could have been a kill.
I guess he thought if he didn't get the Entangle, maybe he walks out there. But Shadow Hunter now at least healing as well. Ooh, big acid bomb. Lots of damage on these grunts.
I guess acid bomb, my second favorite kind of bomb, except the knowledge bombs that were dropping on the broadcast every now and then.
What about Jaeger bombs?
Not a fan, man.
I like them quite a bit. What I don't like is the Blade Master here going down. That looks like the end of our game. FoCuS losing the first hero, that is normally a signal that it's gonna be over. And that will be Moon then in first place out of Group A. FoCuS is gonna lose his pole position on the 4th day of the group stage because, yeah, this game is not really recoverable. Down by 20 supply. And Moon, he hasn't even gotten his tier 3 upgrades yet. Those are still to come. He's still got the big army. And FoCuS has to hold this now without his first hero, which seems hopeless.
Yeah, FoCuS looked really good on day 1 and 2 of his games, but against Moon, not the greatest. Moon comes in last day of the group stage and steals the win away. Win of Group A, that is top seed. There's no real doubt about that. He's also playing it so careful to not risk that one mistake that maybe could bring FoCuS back into the game. By now, 20 supply lead, 1 more gold mine for him. Levels are looking good. Blade Master still benched. I don't know what FoCuS can do at this point.
Yeah, it's a perfect situation now for Moon. It was looking a little bit sketchy earlier on when he was at only 50 supply and the Orc expansion was running. This tier 3 had fallen out of favor for a little while there when Fly would kill the Night Elves every time they went tier 3. Fly would always have a clean early game, get the counter expansion up nicely, and if the Night Elf was going to tier 3, he would just attack with 70 supply, like 3 heal scrolls, and just murder the Night Elf. But nowadays seems like that is once again much more popular and much more successful. Level 4 Shadow Hunter is a big level up, but I think it might be a little too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess so. The theme of the map, right? Everything a tiny bit too late. In this case, a little, okay, a lot too late. Blade Master's back. Shadow Hunter level 4 has decent items, but it's Tri-Hero, it's tier 3 Night Elf, upper base, monstrous acid bomb. Oh my god, this just hurts to see. Moon is fighting creeps and FoCuS at the same time and yet not breaking a sweat.
Yeah, still with a monstrous army right here. So much DPS, these archers with all the upgrades, marksmanship, and the Potom aura. FoCuS gonna call for the GG in what was a pretty clear affair.
Yep.
Moon very convincingly getting the 2-0 here and getting the first place in his group.
One of the legends and veterans that actually wins his group comes out on top here. First place, no doubt about that anymore. FoCuS advanced to the round of 8 in second place. Also his sheets dirty now. Fortitude and Alice unfortunately eliminated. Korea dominates Group A. It's cool to see Moon on top. He's not overwhelming, he's not dominant, but when it counts, he's there, and that's what makes Moon so strong. Throughout this entirety of his career, once again, if you're kind of living under a rock and not following the WGL broadcast, FoCuS became a father just 2 days ago. Priorities probably somewhere else right now. Sleep probably not the greatest. That might result in losing a grunt early, losing a couple of peons early, you know, always being a second too late when you're not in tip-top shape. Happens. He still plays this tournament and he showed great results on day 1 and day 2. Curious what he's able to bring to the table tomorrow in the playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully he's going to be able to step it up a bit. Against these top Night Elves, you just have to be razor sharp in the early game. You have to be aware of all options. You have to counterplay everything the keeper is doing. You have to manage a lot of things very, very well. And if some things go wrong, you're quickly going to fall behind. Considering how painful that early game was, FoCuS fought his way back pretty well, but in the late game, again, Moon took it, which is basically exactly the same thing that happened on Northern Isles. Bad early, decent mid game, but Moon takes the late game once more.
Absolutely agree. This is oftentimes the case in this meta. One game in the early can ruin your entire game. A very, very important part of that game, because the snowball effect is so big in Warcraft 3 at the moment. And on the tip-top level, on the top 16 players in the world, not allowed to happen like this.
So second place for FoCuS, which means he's going to go up against either Colorful, Chemico, or Foggy.
Not easy, man. Not easy at all.
I think his best chance there might be Foggy. Foggy, of course, a great player, but his Night Elf versus Orc, not necessarily his biggest strength.
He doesn't really need that in Europe, at least.
Yeah. Kind of surprised that these like 60 supply fights didn't go better for FoCuS. I feel like he could have perhaps positioned there a bit better. Also, there was a severe lack of heal scrolls for FoCuS for a long time. He hardly had any for most of this game. Of course, he didn't have his expansion mining as well.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't over-analyze this game. It was clearly an off day for FoCuS. And Moon also rock solid. No big flaws in this game here today. Sometimes you have an off day, man, especially in the situation that he's in. Shouldn't criticize him too hard. His game against Fortitude, especially judging Fortitude's performances on day 2 and day 3, was really impressive. He absolutely annihilated Alice yesterday. So FoCuS in general, pretty good. Today, really not that much. I hope he can step it up tomorrow again.
Yeah, needs to have a better early game. Should he meet Moon once more, or should he meet Colorful? If it's going to be Colorful versus FoCuS, it's going to be a very similar matchup. Of course, Moon has his own style, but Colorful will still play the keeper hunts most of the time. But there is the X factor with Colorful that perhaps on some maps, especially Last Refuge, he might bust out the talents. It is rarely seen nowadays, but sometimes still will be thrown in every now and then.
You know what this means, by the way, Remo? We might get Moon vs 120 in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
We also might get Moon vs Lin in the quarterfinal.
It's a shame almost that they would have to meet so early, but also pretty damn hype. Yeah, Moon here, putting himself in a good position, I guess. Might be Moon versus 15 Sway, if he makes
Absolutely. Absolutely. Here we have the end result of Group A. Moon on top with 7 points. FoCuS second place. Fortitude and Alice unfortunately eliminated. We have everything concluded in Group C as well. Well, almost everything, as Chemico and Lin make it through. Hawk and PCG will fight later for rank 3, but that doesn't make any difference. Group B will conclude next, as Colorful is of course the winner, not dropping a single map, but Soen and Sok still fighting for the second place and the playoffs, and they are facing each other in the next game we have. And as the main event of the day, we conclude Group D, where 15 Sway and 120 are in direct encounter for the round of 8 as well.
This is a hype match, man. This is going to be super cool, our next one. And also 120 versus 15 Sway, but here Soen versus Sok. A lot of pressure on Sok. He has to win both maps. Soen is going to be satisfied with only one map, but Sok has a really good style against Orc. He may have been the one who came up with this whole thing, the defend footy, push, and yada yada. Chemico earlier we saw play this with Panda, but Sok seems to prefer it much more with a Beastmaster, so that's going to be a fun encounter again, but Soen should know it's coming as well, so he's going to have a chance to prepare for that.
We'll see. Thank you, Varian Vrin, for the 14-month resub. Feel free to check out the About section to find ways to support this channel if you like what we do. Monetary support is, of course, important to keep the engine running. Otherwise, we're very, very glad about a follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or now TikTok. See you in a bit with game number 4 decision in Group B coming to your home screen. Suck versus Soen. Be right back.